Hey, Soul Sisters.
Yo, brother A to Z.
Yo, what's up, B?
Yo, what time is it?
Haha. It's laundry day. Well, let the geek in the pink take a stab at it. If you like.
This video comes in two parts. Part 1, Declaration of NerdFightah status. For those of you who know us 4.5 Soul Sisters, you probably think we're pretty awesome girls. But the truth is that we're big nerds. We are nerds for music, dance, books, and a multitude of other things. And our lives wouldn't be our lives without a series of completely awkward, ridiculous moments that are totally nerdy. But does that mean we're not totally awesome? On the contrary, that means we are probably the coolest people you know. This is my entry for Soul Sisters, or our coming out, if you will, to declare our status as NerdFighters. No clue what I'm talking about? Check the link in the sidebar. Hank and John Green, my friends. Quite some time ago, it was pretty much determined that we are a sort of a smaller subset of NerdFighters, to which we have decided to term NerdFightAHs. Yes, I said fightahs. You know, like Soul Sisters, well, NerdFightAHs. The characteristics of a NerdFightah are as follows. Characteristic number 1, AAVJD, or in layman's term, swing dancing. Who swing dances these days? Pretty much everyone we know. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, they took some ballroom classes a while ago and every now and then they go out and swing dance. No. It is not at all that. We're a whole freaking community. A community of swing dancers that I would liken to NerdFighters or rock fans, that's WROCK. We have events, we have competitions, we sleep on each other's floor, we eat, we breathe, we sleep swing dancing. And when we're not doing that, we're eating, we're sleeping, and we're drinking music, we can swing dance too. Characteristic number 2, music and dance are not just things that we enjoy, they are like a part of our selves. I can't even really verbally communicate to you what that means. But it definitely puts us apart on a different level that is definitely nerdy. Characteristic number 3, our obsession with black music. Yes, I said black music. Don't make that face. That is a perfectly appropriate and academically approved term. From gospel to ragtime to swing to blues to Motown to soul to R&B and to hip-hop, we love it all. If it's got that soul and feeling that comes from African American roots, chances are it has worked its way into being stored somewhere in here. Characteristic numero 4, our tendency to speak very nerdily when it comes to music and dance. Like earlier when I said that black music is an academically approved term. Wow, nerd alert. And it's not uncommon for us to make smart references or whip out technical terms. It's what we do. Is this a complete list of what constitutes our NerdFighter status? Definitely not. Add in an obsession with office supplies, our giant book collections, being annoyed by improper grammar and punctuation use, and the fact that we're way too old to like HSM, but we totally do. And did I mention that we're white girls who go around calling each other sistahs? That's kind of nerdy too. And totally made of awesome. Well, anyway, I discovered this past week that we NerdFightahs are not alone, and in fact, I found some in Kansas City. And that brings me to Part 2, Tour de Nerdfighting in Kansas City. I am about to do the nerdiest thing I've ever done in my life, and that is to go to an event that is a NerdFightah event.
And I want JK Rowling to say that the epilogue was crap, because we all know it was happen. I want J.K. Rowling to say that Voldemort has a son. The story's just begun, and I want J.K. Rowling to say that she's writing book 8.
Tonight, of all the Nerdfighters there who I could have talked to, I of course managed to find the ones who are like totally us kind of girls. First, two girls that I approached, they were trying to like do some dance move of some sort that they had learned. It was like obviously from a routine. There was one of them was showing the other, and the other girl wasn't getting part of it, and it was a body roll. And it was like the body roll that starts from the hips and then works its way up to the shoulders. For so long as they were doing this, I was just like dying to go over there and help them. So eventually I did. I went over there and I was like, alright girls, I have taught boys how to do these body rolls. This is what you gotta do. And I laid it out for them. And then, of course, to, like, top things off, they're like, oh, well, thanks, blah, 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 and, it's actually for a dance routine that we're doing. And I was like, oh, yeah. They're like, yeah, it's for a swing dance routine. And I was like, what is the likelihood of me running into someone doing steps from a swing dance routine and that the movement is body rolls, nonetheless? Yeah. So those were the first Nerdfighters that I met. Round 2.
I have the water bottle for John Legend, and now Hank Green. Hank Green is, or no, John Green, sorry. John Green is now rockstar, you know, quality because I have his water bottle. I'm keeping it.
Stealing things, it's what we do. And what collection was it? Oh, to go with her other stolen water bottle that she has, that is John Legend's. John Legend's water bottle. You know those girls were NerdFightAHs. Oh yes. NerdFightAHs, they were tiny NerdFightAHs.
Thanks for being awesome, Hilary.
Thanks.
No, I'm not.
A few great paper towns, you might have noticed that I really like Walt Whitman. And there's a great line in Song of Myself where he says, I contain multitudes. And that's so true, like I do contain multitudes. I am both good and evil. I am both funny and not funny. I am both happy and sad, both cool and lame. Like I encompass these things. But it's very easy for me to label other people that way. And nerds know this better than anybody probably, to say, to be dismissive of others, to say, oh, that guy's lame, that guy's a jock, whatever it is, to think of someone as less than human. To put it in a car metaphor, since that has been much on our minds of late, as we drive around the country in a minivan, when I cut someone off, it's because I needed to cut them off because I'm in a hurry. And when someone else cuts me off, it's because they're a jerk. I think that we have a responsibility, even though this is the only person I get to be, I think we have a responsibility to try to imagine other people complexly and to have faith. And I do think that it takes faith because in some ways I can never know that you are like me, that you contain multitudes as I contain multitudes, because this is the only person I get to be. I don't get to be you. But I do think that we need to have faith that other people are as complex as we are. This book is about this girl, Margaret Spiegelman. There are two covers, the yellow cover and the blue cover. One, Margaret looks happy, one, she looks more serious. Neither of these covers is true. Both of them reflect the way that she is imagined by the people around her, and both of them are wrong. Like, this book is about this girl who is constantly misimagined by everyone in her life.
Nerdy. Nerd alert. Oh wait, hold on. Nerd alert.